Hey everybody, it's Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called Bargain Hunter. Bargain Hunter is a game designed by Herr Rosenberg, published by Valley Games Inc., plays 3 to 4 players in, let's just say, 45 minutes. Probably true once you figure out the rules, but we'll come back to that at the end. And in this game, you are basically trying to collect different types of bargains. So maybe I want to collect washers, or TVs, or toasters. And you're doing that through trick taking. So think euchre, hearts, spades, diamonds, any game like that. But this one has a few different takes on the trick taking. There's multiple numbers in each suit. There's 6 different suits. And then there's 2 ultimate cards that are always going to be trump, always going to be the highest card. And trump is going to change based on during the trick, which is interesting. So that's enough talking about it. Let's go on the table. Check it out. All right, so here's a game of Bargain Hunter, all set up for 3 players. To set up, you're going to take this big pile of cards, shuffle them, and deal each player 8 cards. All right, after you've done that, you're ready to get going. The first thing you're going to do in the first round only is you're going to look through your cards and you're going to determine which bargain you are trying to hunt for. So we're going to be picking a bargain. So the first round, we're going to play 7 cards. After all of that, we're going to be playing 8 cards. And in a 3-player game, there are, I always forget, 6 rounds. So we're going to play 6 rounds. So I'm going to look at my cards. There's a pile of different suits, I think 6 different suits. I'd look at my cards and I'd pick which one I'm going to be trying to collect this round. So I'm going to go for 6s. Why? I don't know. Just felt good. This player, do the same thing. That player's going to do the same thing. So they're going after the same thing, which is going to make it trickier. And that'll all make sense when we get to it. All right, so this player's going to go for, that player's going to go first because I picked my bargain first. So this player goes first. It's a trick-taking game. Normal rules. You lead a suit. Everyone has to follow the suit unless they can't. But in this one, there's a few different rules, which we'll get to when we get to it. Let's just go ahead and get started. So they're going to play this 6 right here. So they're going to play the 6. I really want that 6. So I'm going to play this 9 of yellow because I really want that 6. Then this player, they have a yellow. They have to play the 8. So I win that trick. All right. So when you take a trick that has your bargain in it, go ahead and throw it here. All the rest will go in your junk pile, and we're going to be sorting those out later. So here's my junk pile right here. Bargains, junk. Now I won the trick, so I get a lead. So I will lead. I'm going to try to get some more 6s, so let's go here. Everyone else knows what you're trying to collect too, so they're going to try to make that harder for you. So they have I played an 8 blue, which is a TV. They only have a 4 blue, so they have to play the 4 blue. And then this player will, they don't have blue, so what they're going to do is they're going to play this. They're going to play a 3 brown. Now, when you throw offsuit, you have a choice in this game. You can either leave it be offsuit or you can declare it trump, which is what this player wants to do. So they are making brown square trump. They're going to capture one of their bargains, and the rest of these 2 cards will go in to their junk pile, and then they get a lead. All right. So they will. Brown's now trump. So they're going to play this 8, this TV. 8 of TVs. Purple TVs. Then it goes to me. I have an 8. I don't want to give them what they want, so I'll play this. Yeah, I'll play the 7. And then this player, do they have any purple? They do not have purple. So what they're going to do is they will throw off and leave that player take this trick. Nothing that they wanted, so this all goes in their junk pile. But they get a lead again. And they will lead a brown 7. That's a camera. This player has to play brown. I'm going to lead an 8 brown TV. And then this player, brown's trump too, so we're all filtering out our trump now, which is awesome. And they're going to play the 6, which is awesome for me because I now get another one of these. These go on my junk. Oh wait, yellow's trump. I can't remember what trump is. I forgot already. I think it's brown because they stole that one, so I think it's brown. So I'm going to play this 7. And then this player will play the 9. They want to try to start getting some stuff in their pile. And then this player will, so that's the highest card. There is an exception, but we don't have any in this round. And this player will play this one because they have to follow suit, and they don't want to play their 3 because they want to try to get that. So this player wins this one. There's no hair dryers, so it goes in the junk pile. They will lead. They'll play the 9. The 9 of green goes to this player. They'll play the 7 red. And I will play the 1 red. And this player did not capture any more bargains. But then they have to lead this card. This player has to lead this card. Oh man, that's awesome. So they got 3 green. That's a 3 yellow. That's a 3 brown, purple. No one has a brown. So they won 3 hair dryers at that last round. That was amazing. All right. Now what happens at the end of the round is you're going to look through your pile here. In a 3-player game, this is called spring cleaning. So this is what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get new bargains of the junk that we've captured to score points. And the way that we do that is we're going to look at these cards. If there's any piles that we have more than 3 of, we can then make that a new bargain that we're trying to capture for the round. So if I had 4 8s, I could discard 3. You have to discard a minimum to the number of players. Keep 1, put it on top of my pile, and that's what I'm shooting for next round. I don't have that, so this just stays in my junk pile, and I'm still going to be going after lights. Then this player, they'll look at their stuff, see what they have. So they have 2 7s, a 1, 2 9s, and a 2. They don't have anything they can change out right now either, which is usually the case in the first round. And then this player, they have this stuff. They don't have anything that's 3 or more either, so they're going to keep riding with the hairdryer. Then we set up another round. 2 2 2 2 2 2 6 6 6 8 8 8, and we'll go through all that again. I forget who's first. Which player goes first? The next, so it'll just be the next dealer. So it'll be this. I would be the dealer. Then we'll keep playing that all again. We'll go through the same spring cleaning process where we're going to look through our entire junk pile, trying to make sets of 4 or more to score, to get new bargains and all that stuff. And then we'll keep going till we play through 6 rounds. At the end of the 6th round, we're going to do spring cleaning twice, meaning we can make 2 new bargains into our pile, get rid of some junk, and then scoring is going to happen. So if this was final scoring, we'll say it's this. If this was final scoring, this is my bargain pile here. This is my junk. You get 1 point for every bargain you've collected, minus 1 point for all your junk. So if the game ended like this, I would have 1 point. Everyone else is going to do that, and then whoever has the most points at the end of the 6 rounds in a 3-player game would be the winner. Now there are a few special cards in here that I wanted to point out, if I can find it. There's 2 of these, irresistible offers. Now these are always the highest card no matter what. It's always a trump. You don't have to declare it trump. It's always a trump. If I play this card, I'm going to win the trick. You don't have to follow suit. You can just play it. The trick here is it can never go in a bargain. It's always going to be junk. So yes, I'm going to be able to take what I want, but it's going to give me negative 1 point. So I got to keep that in mind. Only 2 of these. That's that. And one more thing that I didn't say, I don't believe that I said, if multiple people play the same card, so say that player led this brown, I led this one, the second player that plays the same number would get to decide, well, I guess it had to be the same color, so that's a bad example. If another player would play the 8 of brown, they would get to decide if their 8 of brown is higher or lower than this one. And that could matter. Maybe you don't want the cards, maybe you want the cards, that kind of thing. So there's a little bit more flexibility because there's 2 of each number in each color. So you're going to try to determine how you want to play that there. And then at the end of the 6 rounds, whoever has the most points is the winner. That's how you play Bargain Hunter. Let's go up the top, see what you think about it. All right, well, that was Bargain Hunter. So let's talk about the thing that I mentioned up at the top, the rules. You're thinking, oh, this is just a little 4-page rule book. It's not very clear. The way that I showed you how trump works is not how we thought trump worked, because it doesn't specify. It kind of tells you that the first person that plays off can either decide if that is trump or not, but it doesn't say trump becomes active immediately, so we took it to mean the next trick. It's just not clear. The spring cleaning was very tricky to figure out. We were unsure what's going on because we thought we discarded all the cards after each round, but it turns out they stay over, and we just keep adding to it, and then we do a spring cleaning each after the end of each round, trying to get those, certain amount of bargains so we can make a new bargain, all that kind of thing. So not great. But that being said, once you figure it out and you play through that learning round, you're going to get a pretty solid trick-taking game. Now, what you saw in the overview is what this game is. I showed you everything. It's a trick-taking game. That's it. It's cards. That's the only component. One thing I do want to mention on this, though, is its colors. Each suit is a color, but it also has a symbol for colorblind issues. So that was red with a full circle, or that was blue with a first full circle. This is red with a half circle, yellow triangle, green diamond, which is really nice because there's not a lot of differentiation between the art to signify that the colors are different if you can't see that well. So the shape was a nice addition. Cards are nice quality, nothing great, not like they didn't finish or anything, but they're nice. I like the art. It's silly cartoon art, like I think Bonanza, another Uwe game that's just cards. I like it. This card doesn't have a bargain on it. That lets you know it's different, which is, something you need to know because that's the ultimate trump card. There's 2 of those. So yeah, that's the production. Cards and a rule book that's not great. Now let's talk about the game. Once we figured out this game and saw how the game plays, understood spring cleaning, kind of got a grasp on it, we had a good time. But we had to start this game over. We were halfway through a game. We were looking at the rule book the whole entire time. Everybody was getting frustrated. Then finally, as the game was going, I kept looking at it. We figured it out. We started a new game, playing it the way that we think it's supposed to play, which is what I showed you, and we had a blast. Whether or not that's accurate 100%, I don't know. But from what we interpreted in the rule book, that's how we played it, so that's how I showed you. And it was fun. Now, it's not the greatest trick-taking game in the world. It's not the most innovative game in the world, but it's fun. And that's all that matters is I want to play a game that's fun. Doesn't have to be unique, doesn't have to be great. It just needs to be fun. So that is Bargain Hunter from Valley Games Inc. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.